Katie Blackburn, the EVP, I believe, for the Cincinnati Bengals, daughter of the Brown family, who's running it. She just actually, Nick sent me a couple cutouts from an article. She was talking about the deal, the unprecedented deal that the Browns did for Deshaun Watson. And remember, this comes after Bisciotti, the Ravens owner, chatted about it, being a $230 million fully guaranteed deal for Deshaun Watson. The Ravens have Lamar Jackson on deck, so the Ravens aren't happy about the fully guaranteed massive deal. The Bengals, now they are building an indoor practice facility.
Here we go, CT.
In 2022, in a city that has 4 seasons, very serious, and it's a multi-billion-dollar operation. That's a joke. I'm happy they're taking care of it. Congrats to the Bengals.
There we go.
Congrats to their fan base, too, even those that attacked me for, sticking up for your team. I get it, but it's good for everybody. Go to the Super Bowl. They know Joe Burrow's contract's coming up, and he just took a team to the fucking Super Bowl. They're going to have to pay him a bunch of money. And I don't believe the Bengals are a type of operation like, yeah, let's go spend a lot of money. And maybe turning of a new page, the dawn of a new day because of the indoor practice facility. But she was basically talking about these players are idiots, it sounded like she said. Although his money's fully guaranteed, isn't it about what the money that they get at the end of the day? Like if it's incentive and they play good and they get their money, isn't it the same thing? And it's like, Katie, we've been down this road.
No.
Yeah, the NFL, we've been down this road plenty of times. All contracts can have a ripple effect, Blackburn said. I haven't looked at the Watson contract closely enough, so I don't know if there's ways the guarantees can void if certain things happen. Maybe that's not something that can happen. We'll see. I have not had the chance to really study it yet or look at it. To be fair, it's on my list, but I am behind. They're building an indoor facility. So she's been,
there you go. Okay.
We're looking at blueprints and stuff. But the idea of a franchise that doesn't like to give a lot of guaranteed money having to follow the leader a year from now has to give the Bengals pause. I don't focus on guaranteed as much because in theory, says Katie Blackburn, if the player gets the money at the end of the day, that's what's important to him, she said. So if the player is good enough and plays out the contract, he gets the money. The thing that has always given us some pause is if for some reason things go badly, Blackburn continued. It's not fair for the team in the future if there's a large amount of money going to someone else with the way the system works today. So we've always tried to balance that out. But we work in a world where we realize other contracts have some effects. So we'll just have to see where that all stands when it comes to be that time. At some point, we're going to pay the cap amount. So we have to find a way to make that work that's in the best interest of the team. A lot of word salad there. Okay, a lot of word salad there. But her just being like, at the end of the day, if they get the money to play out the contract, it works, the other thing. It's like, that is not the world we're in right now, Katie, okay? I don't know. That's why the guaranteed contract happened to Deshaun Watson. That's why Aaron Rodgers is getting 150 M's guaranteed. Yeah. That's why Matthew Stafford's getting 100 and some guaranteed. We're in a much different time. That angle used to work. Back when no teams had indoor practice facilities and there was nobody to really speak about the business of the NFL, and what was reported was gospel and the players were assholes if they didn't like what the contract was. Look how much money they're getting paid. Those contracts were fake. That is not how it is anymore. And I don't know if Katie Blackburn knows that. She's got a lot on her plate. It's not easy to have to run a team. I understand that. But what she said there was a word salad that is like, this is not how the real world works nowadays, I don't think.
Well, I'm sure the other executives around the league are not happy that this deal happened. Like, it just makes it that much tougher. It's so tough to now, like Lamar Jackson, of course, he's going to be asking for so much looking at what just happened with Deshaun Watson. So, I mean, are they worried that it's going to turn into like an NBA situation? And part of the reason people say, oh, the NBA, they got guys that have been out of the league 4 years still getting paid from this team. Like Keith Van Horn, I think he was getting paid for like 6 years and he wasn't even playing anymore from a team. Things like that happen, and people feel like that messes with the game and it's not as good.
You got to remember, the NFL is a big,
there's only 17 games in the NFL, though, so I don't think you can turn it into something like that.
No, I agree, but the NFL is a big, hey, we don't lose money or deals, okay? We win every deal, every negotiation we win. If a player, and she alluded to it there, if it ends badly, that's not fair for the team. Like, well, what about the player that signs a deal that's supposed to be worth whatever, and he rolls his ankle on day one because you have a terrible fucking practice field? And he goes, is that fair? Is that fair? I don't know. You tell me. You tell me what's fair in this entire thing. And that's where, the entire contract negotiation lies. Got to be good for both parties, obviously. But if you have the best play, if she's talking about Joe Burrow, by the way, she should not be, and I'm not running a team. I've never run a team, and I don't need to tell her. But you should not be put in it if it ends badly. That's bad. Like that is bad stuff to put into the universe. Joey Burrow is going to be our guy for the next 15 years. We're going to win Super Bowls. We are very excited he's here. The even mention of the negative, I understand trying to make your point, and who knows how that conversation actually went, but there's no way that's how Joey Burrow and his team are going into the negotiation when it happens. Like, you know what? We're going to act as if you guys can't run a team anymore. You won't have a good team around him, and he'll be fucked this entire time. We're going to think about that whenever we decide to negotiate what's right for us, because that's fair for us, isn't it? I mean, his legacy is going to be dependent upon how much they win, and how much they win is very dependent upon how much you guys bring in good players to do it. What if you don't hold up your end of the bargain? Do we deserve more money? Like, what is fair? And that is something that I feel like doesn't always get into the conversation, AJ.
Oh, it definitely doesn't. But I don't know the best way to go about it. Are we going to see this again? Like with the Browns, when they signed Deshaun, and then you just hear the numbers that he gets. Like, are we going to see that next quarterback, next big-time QB, they're going to get 240 guaranteed?
Aaron got 150.
Yeah.
Stafford got 130.
It was such a big jump, though,
160?
for Deshaun.
Yeah, 160.
Stafford got 160. Aaron got 150. Those two dudes have already been paid.
Yeah.
Those two dudes have already been paid. Deshaun Watson, I think he's been paid as well. This was a renegotiation of his contract.
Kirk just got a fully guaranteed $40
million.
Again.
That Kirk has done. Kyler Murray remember his agent was tweeting about it. I think everybody, this is the
new norm.
Yeah, especially quarterbacks, they can demand that. Other players can try to get as much as they can, but it's always going to be quarterbacks that are going to make these ridiculous amounts.
I wonder about what the Bengals are thinking over there, because Joe Burrow, I guess, could get hurt again because they don't have an offensive line, even though they invested in an offensive line. Brought old
Lyle Collins
in and said, hey, I'm a bodyguard. Ain't nobody touching me anymore. Yeah. We hope that's the case, but this is how it is now, I think. This is just the new norm. This is good business, and your bottom line is going to continue to go up, but the NFL's ratings are only going to continue to go up. That's just kind of the way you got to do business as business has been done. And the Browns have kind of flipped the game on the head, and everybody else is going to have to deal with it. And I think she was trying to talk around there being a ripple effect and her having to worry about it. But I think even in the middle of that last answer, she was like, yeah, but we are going to have to fucking deal with this, it feels like, at the end.
Well, she's setting the stage, though. Don't you think she's setting the stage for when she has to negotiate with Joe and his agent? Like, okay, yes, we understand you're special, you're going to be here forever, but we have to find a way to make this work for everybody.
Yeah, everything's leverage. Everything is leverage. I understand that. I don't like the whole, if it ends badly, like.
No, that's not publicly. Even though I'm sure she wasn't talking about Joe, she's just talking about in general. Still, that's what it looks like.
Yes, exactly. And you just wanted a Super Bowl with this dude.
Right.
And you're just now building an indoor facility. Okay? Like, you're just now become, like.
Do we know where it's going, did they say?
No, I don't think so. But they should be pumped about what the new norm is about to look like in Cincy. You know what I mean? Like, yes. There's a new norm there. Like, hey, we're a big-time program. We sell tickets. We move the needle. We are a new norm. And I understand everything's leverage, but also, like, you got a quarterback. I wish we had fucking Joey Burrow.
Yeah.
It would be great if you got real lucky that Joey Burrow just so happened to be sitting there whenever you had one. We got Andrew Luck. And, he retired out of nowhere. It would have been great to find him again.
Bring him back.
Jimmy with the Colts?
They've tried, They've had him talk to Jimmy with the Colts. And I think, like, hey, you don't want to pay him? Fuck. Hey, this guy doesn't deserve that. Joe Burrow doesn't deserve that money from you guys. I mean, he took you to the Super Bowl, brought you out of irrelevance, brought you all the way back. You're getting an indoor practice facility. You don't need to send his ass over here.
There you go.
We'll take care of that bullshit. We'll take care of that money for Joe Burrow. Don't worry about it.